The argument for no-gi judo. To me, it seems like a pretty basic and simple idea. It's 100% a good idea. Try judo without the gi, so you'd be in shorts and a rash guard, much like no-gi jiu-jitsu. My reason for wanting to add this into our training syllabus is years and years and years ago, I read an article by the great Dave Turton, and he mentioned, you're great at your judo throws, that's fantastic. What if you happen to be on holiday and you're at the beach and the guy hasn't got handles? He hasn't got the jacket that you can grab onto. So if your go-to maneuver is a nagi, which is the very common over-the-shoulder throw, that works great if there's a jacket for you to cling to. If there's the friction between the clothing, fantastic. If you're on the beach and the other person covered in sunblock and they start to sweat because obviously it's hot and your adrenaline's going because you're having a bit of a confrontation, if you try to grab hold of that person, it's going to be like trying to grab hold of a wet bar of soap. They're just going to slip straight out. So if you can practice without the handles, it lets you know, rather than go and try and rip on Nagi, maybe go for a foot sweep or a trip. Yeah, you can get a pretty good ogoshi because you're hugging around the waist. The more body-to-body contact, the better. The harder it's going to be for them to slip out. So that's why I think we should practice no-gi judo, because we're not always guaranteed that the other person is going to have the handles for us to grip onto. If you've ever practiced no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you'll find that certain techniques are infinitely harder to get on people who, with the jacket, you were catching them night and day. So it's very difficult to get a Jujutami, the armbar, straight armbar, in no-gi, because if you've been rolling for quite a while, it's quite easy to just slip out. With the jacket, of course, they stay where they are. So if you don't agree with doing no-gi stuff, just please go and try it. Just give one session of a no-gi session in your whatever your art may be. It doesn't really apply so much with the striking arts, but certainly if you're grappling, try doing just one session no-gi. So a rash guard, pair of shorts, and try the techniques, and you'll see the stuff you were landing 100% doesn't work so much anymore. So just remember, if you're getting a fight in the swimming pools, if you're getting a fight on the beach, wherever it might be, where you're not wearing many clothing, maybe someone's husband comes home early, I don't know, I'm not going to judge. It's difficult to apply a lot of these holds if there's no handles. So if you are against it, please just give it a go. Give it one session. Just try it for 1 hour, and the truth will become apparent to you. You might decide to not acknowledge that you need to do no-gi work, and you might decide, no, we're fine with the clothing, we're fine with the gi, we're fine with doing that, it'll always work. That's up to you. I'm not going to judge you for it. If you acknowledge the truth and move forward and try to do what's best within what actually works, that's great. If you decide to put on the blinkers and just stick with what you're doing, whatever works for you. But the reality of things, you do need to practice no-gi stuff. So if you do decide to try something no-gi, please do leave a comment under here and let me know how you got on. Whether you decide, yeah, we need to do no-gi, or whether you decide, no, it's useless. Whatever it is, whichever side of the coin you fall on, I'd love to get the conversation started between people under this video on where you stand on it. Until next time, train hard, train smart, stay safe.